My fellow South Africans, it's exactly 1 day, 22 hours, 42 minutes, and 33 seconds since the TADHackZA South Africa hackathon was declared officially open. We have seen the hardships, challenges, and workarounds as you build solutions during the course of the hackathon. You have conquered all through resilience, persistence, and all passion you have in you to build what really matters. We urge you to call upon your phone assistant, be it Siri, Google Assistant, and say, play umsebenzi wethu. Well, this is for making it this far in the TADHackZA hackathon, proudly brought to you by MTN South Africa. Yesterday, we hosted power sessions with great minds and change makers from South Africa, the United States of America, the United Kingdom, and Germany. We learned from the sessions about the importance of identifying and providing value through your solution. As you present to the judges, we urge you to remain true and truly show that your solution has potential for impact and sustainability. Solutions must be developed beyond the TADHackZA 2021. We want to see these solutions at the hands of the users. Shortly from 9 a.m. today, the first round of presentations for the TADHackZA South Africa hackathon will kick off, where you will present before a panel of judges based on the solution you have worked on. The groupings of presentations have been shared on Slack, and you should be sure to be in the room 10 minutes before 9 a.m. so that you are prepared for this session. Each team will have 6 minutes to present before a panel of judges, and that includes the demonstration of your solution. It is going to be an exciting program, and we actually have up to 22 prizes for the TADHackZA 2021, and the overall prize winner will be crowned. Please be advised that there are sponsor prizes up for grabs, so if you do not make it into the finale, you still stand a chance to win large prizes for using the sponsors' technologies. We say it takes a village to raise a child, and at TADHackZA, developers were raised with guidance from the mentors to ensure that you reach the end goal and of developing the minimum viable product at the TADHackZA 2021. We thank all mentors for all their support to the TADHack hackers and throughout the weekend, and your dedication, time, and efforts are very much appreciated. Sititanki siyabonga. TADHackZA has 7 sponsors, including headline sponsor. We have Ayoba, and we thank all the sponsors for their support and for making this day possible. A massive thanks to our platinum sponsors, IBM and TCS. Thank you to our gold sponsors, Contactable, CSGI, and Huawei. And lastly, thank you to Globitom, our silver sponsor for the TADHackZA 2021. For the rest of the day, please note the following. All presentation sessions today will take place through Microsoft Teams. Your team will receive all links. First round of presentation is taking place at 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and before a panel of judges from different groups. Your team must continue working and revising solution based on the judges' feedback and prepare to submit before 1 p.m. for the final round. An award ceremony will take place later in the day at 1700 p.m. and that is 5 p.m. to ensure that you actually dress up for this occasion. It's going to be an awesome party, and please do not miss out. The moment is finally here. Let's make the best of it and strive for impact. Until we meet again later, may the gig Lord have mercy on your code and stay blessed. I thank you. Welcome back, welcome back. This is still the TADHackZA 2021, and we've reached that really important time where we are preparing for pitches, and I know that you're very excited, but also a little bit nervous. But you know, that's how these things work. And I'm not alone. I'm with an amazing gentleman who is going to be engaging further with you on what you can expect. But before we move into that particular section, I want to just remind you of our judging criteria. Our judges will be looking at impact, and under impact, we're looking at innovations for growing local telecom, digital, fintech opportunities, and COVID-19 related issues. And the points that they'll be looking at, they'll be scoring this. So the points that you can earn, basically, if you can demonstrate impact, is 10, okay? We've got also resourcefulness. How well did your team use the resources provided to them, including the sponsors' tools? So resourcefulness, colleagues, is very important, and each one of these will always be basically 10. 10 is our basically the number that you can actually earn from that, or you can be judged. It's the judging criteria basically is everything. It's 10. The total will be 50. So we've got all resourcefulness. We've got user centricity. So here under user centricity, we're looking at is the solution elegant? Is it simple? Is it friendly for the user? So do you put the users at the center of that particular solution, or do you just develop it for yourself? So be mindful of that and ensure that all of these elements are outlined. And of course, the business model is also very important. What is the wow factor and the market potential of your solution? So this is very, very, very important. And I hope you've been able to demonstrate that, and you'll also be able to demonstrate it during your pitches. And there's one particular element as well, is the security, right? Here in the security criteria, we look at, is the solution secure, safe, and does it consider user privacy at scale? So these are the criteria that we have, or criterion that we have for basically our judging panel. And we have basically the number of teams that we have put, and we will outline some of the team members that we have there. So we've grouped your teams into Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D. So please listen and to see which group you'll be presenting under. So we've got Group A, and here I'm going to try to read all of these. I see you guys have come up with very interesting names, so please do pardon me if I don't pronounce this properly. But we have under Group A, a presentation from Afro Plus Plus. Okay, that's one of the teams that we have there. We have Tulani and Idumeleng there, and the project that they're working on is called Kasi Tribe. which is really, really interesting. We've got Array Technologies, we've got Pumlani, Olani as well, and the solution is called Len Easy. And we've got Chichi Boya, and we've got Rich Sbu with a solution called KOF, okay? So I will not basically go through this because you guys, I tell you, you've got a lot of stuff here, but we also have Cool Hacks, we've got Core Health as one of the solutions or teams that we have. We've got Digital Tech Innovators, we've got Gen Tech, we've got Telemobile Networking, and we've got Tech's Innovation Group and Varsity Deals. So these are some of the teams that we have in our group A. And moving on to Group B, we have also a dynamic group of young people as well working on amazing things here. We've got 9-1 in Group B as one of our teams here. We've got TADHackZA, another group that we have here. We've got DevStack, it's another group. We've got Code Artisans, we've got Boxify, and we've got iPoint, JSM, My Mall, and Philonox, and we also have a team that is just called X, so which is very interesting, very, very interesting. And under Team C, we've got 608, which is the name of a team here. We've got AI Wizards, we've got Android 3.2, we've got Black Cat, we've got Keep It 100, we've got Mafatuha, we've got Mega Gigs, we've got Nova Genia, we've got Ping, Space Shakers, we've got Not to, so this one is very interesting, the Not So Technical Crew. That's also a very interesting name of one of our teams. And then going to our Group D, we have Team Young Hack Tech. Okay, that's the name of our team. We've got Agri Catalyst, we've got Keep It 100, we've got BO, I don't know if it's Bo or Boo, or, so we will see. And then we've got Space Shakers as well here under D. We've got Code Zen, Nova Genia, Synthesis, Real Creator, and we've got a team called The Nation. And Think Code is another team that we have here. And that's our last team in Group D. So it's exciting to see our teams forming and also ready to present. And I'm very excited to have one of our mentors, Misho, who is also the CEO of Geek Culture. How are you doing, sir?
I'm all good, and you?
Awesome, awesome, awesome. The teams are now ready, to actually engage with our mentors.
Fingers crossed.
They've got their fingers crossed, and for the first round of judging, where they'll be able to get feedback on the solutions to see what needs to be improved and so forth. So maybe you can just take us through what our teams need to take into consideration as they prepare to actually have their interactions with our judges.
All right, thanks for that. All the best to the teams. We've just had some really nice, interesting names from the teams, right?
Yeah.
But it's very important for the teams that will be presenting, as much as you have interesting names and team members, don't spend time just introducing each and every single team member. Just have a slide that was kind of cover that, that's fine. When it comes to login, judges know everything about logging in. So please don't say this is how you do logging and show them how to log in. Just go straight into the solution. Yeah. Right. Be mindful of time. It's very important. You have 6 minutes. Find ways of spreading that 6 minutes. Right. Look at the time spread that 6 minutes, and also be conscious of when you're coming in on the list. Because we are moving quite fast. There's a lot of teams that need to present. So be conscious of where your name is so that you're ready to be popped in, to be called in. Don't forget to unmute when you're talking. Don't forget to unmute. It's very important. Listen to the judges' feedback. So don't necessarily argue with the judges. Just listen to their feedback. Take what they're saying so that when you go to the next round, you are able to implement that kind of feedback, So yeah, those are just some of the things that the team definitely need to be looking into.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I want to find out what are the lessons, some of the lessons that you've learned. I mean, you've done multiple. I know that you've got over 200 plus hackathons that you've been part of. What are some of the lessons that you have learned and that participants need to take into consideration, as they go into this final round of?
The top one is be conscious of time. The other one, make enough time to talk about the most important things. Don't forget to talk about the different technologies that you've used, because in a challenge like this, in a hackathon like this, it is very important to mention that. So also, where possible, team members need to support each other. Right, so they need to be in sync. If someone is like stuck or nervous, the other team member should be able to come in and support them. So those are some of the critical things that are worth noting when it comes to hackathons.
And one of the things that I want to understand is what are the teams exactly presenting on?
So they're presenting on different solutions. So some of them have been working on solutions for malls to make life better for people that contactless in malls. There's some that are trying to tackle the employment side of things, right? So over the week, we've been listening to some of them, some of their solutions, and the way they think is great. But I love the fact that they've been able to change based on the feedback that they've been receiving. So they've been doing a couple of nice research. So definitely looking forward to seeing what they come up with. And they'll be presenting. Some will have apps. Some will have their website, some will have microsites, micro apps as well. So it's going to be interesting to see. I saw some, they try to use as many different technologies from the different partners. So that is definitely something that might play an advantage on their end.
Awesome. And what should they be emphasizing in their presentations? Because I think there's a lot and very limited time to actually get everything sorted. What should they emphasize?
With the time, it's very important. Coming, hi, this is a team. Emphasize your problem. Which problem are you addressing? How are you going about addressing that particular problem, right? What's the process that you're using? So leave enough time to do a demo, because judges need to see what solution have you come up with, what does the demo look like. Cover your business model canvas, because they need to understand, now that there's this idea, have you done enough research for your solution? Have you interacted with the market? So that is what quite important. Part of the thing, of the criteria, is the security element. There's a lot of information that will be flowing, people's information. Have you found ways of protecting that? Are you securing that? And obviously, which technologies are you using? Right, it is very important to mention which technologies did you use, from which partners and sponsors, so that is covered and the judges are very clear.
Super exciting stuff, and I hope colleagues listening in that the nuggets that have been shared with you are helpful, and will ensure that you have that solid presentation ready. So I want to just understand, from your experience with hackathons, there must be just those 2 or 3 kind of questions that judges always ask. Maybe you'd want to share with us some of those questions that they need to take into consideration.
There's always the one when it comes to techies. Most of the time, they don't spend a lot of time in. It's how you're making money, right? It's very important to think about what is your business model. How do you go about addressing that particular model? The other one is also they tend to want to know, who are you building this solution for, right? It's great that the technology is amazing. It's great that your idea is amazing, but do you actually have people that you're building it for? Have you done some bit of research around it? And then the other one, it's always great to see who has done what. It's always great to see like a team being in sync as well. So those are some of the things that judges look at. Obviously, presentation. They look into your presentation. How is it going? How is it flowing? But it's also just critical to just mention, to do some bit of a demo, because judges need to understand. It's great to have the presentation, but they want to see how does this thing, your solution, actually function.
Awesome. Maybe you can just also take us, given that you've just mentioned presentation. Can teams go creative and go crazy in terms of how they present to really get the judges wowed?
Yes, definitely. I mean, everybody's ideally going to be presenting a PowerPoint. It's always great to see some sort of creativity interaction from the teams. Some tend to act it out. It will be great. It will be great to have fun. It lightens up the mood. It lightens up the mood from the teams that are presenting. But also, do some sort of storytelling as well. It helps a lot when you do some bit of storytelling. So it brings in the judges to understand where this is coming from. So creativity is definitely great. Find smart ways. Have fun. I think that's another thing about presentation is it's very critical to have fun while you're presenting. You will be nervous, but try as much to have fun. Look at it as an experience, an opportunity to present what you've worked on. I mean, you guys have really been working on this throughout the weekend, so it's very important. Have fun, showcase what you've been doing, and yeah, just kill it.
Awesome, 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 awesome. I hope you're enjoying yourselves and really are ready, for what's going to be taking place. Presentation. I love presentations and hearing what the teams have been able to put in this short space of time. So, as a mentor, what have you seen actually throughout the weekend, and what have been the highlights for you?
The highlights was one particular, well, a few, I think 3 teams. During our mentoring session, they went quiet. I was a little bit worried why they went quiet, and when asking them, they're like, no, we never really thought of such things, so it's kind of like stressing us. So we're just soaking it in, and but what I love is they were not like, okay, we're done with this competition, with this hackathon. They went back to start implementing. They went back to researching. So a lot of the teams that we interacted with, you would find that the ideas are great, but they're too broad. Right, or people have the teams have too many features. So it was important for them to start phasing it out and say, okay, here are the main features. So people also the teams also had to understand that you literally have like until Sunday, right, to come up with this solution. So you're not trying to build a rocket. Focus on the main features. Focus on the main things that if you go out on Monday, people will start using. Some of them learned the elements of doing research. All right, so you don't just research on a little corner behind your laptop. You go out and you find out, you do polls, you do surveys. So those are type of the research that they did. So it was great to see that. What I really loved is the teams interacting during the session, the teams being open to the feedback, and actually coming back and say, listen, we really appreciate that that was shared. And we've actually turned our idea in this manner. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how much of that they've actually implemented. And yeah, it's going to be quite interesting.
Awesome, awesome. I hope you are enjoying yourself and very excited. I want to just understand. I know there is no hackathon without prizes. Prizes.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us just an insider's perspective on what are the prizes that we can expect, from our awesome sponsors and backers for this particular hackathon?
Look, there's obviously that main price, the overall price. That $1,000. You decide when you want to convert it to at least be a little bit extra. So there is that main price that we'll be getting, right? Yeah. Depending on which solutions which technologies you've used, there's also sponsors prices. So that's another way. It's very possible actually to not just win overall, but to win from multiple areas. Can't mention some of the prices. I think it's going to be very exciting. Yep. I think teams will be very excited to see the magnitude of the prices. There's a lot that you guys are not ready for. You'll be excited. So it's very important to give it your best when you present. Have fun. Prices are there. They'll excite you. But have a look at everything that you worked on, and you'll definitely enjoy the prizes.
Awesome. Any last remarks for the team, to our teams as they are preparing for their pitches?
Be calm when you present. Make sure you've tested your connection. Make sure your presentation is ready. Make sure that wherever you are, at least be in a quiet space as much as possible. I know we're working from home, hacking from home, and family members might be there. So please try to be in a quiet space. Do switch on your video when you need to present. When you're not presenting, do switch it off. As team members, be ready to come in and support your team when they are stuck. Please don't introduce every team member. We've got their list, we've got their names. But yeah, have fun. And enjoy. So listen also to the feedback. It's very important. Yeah. Listen to the type of questions that the judges are asking you. They're not trying to judge your knowledge. They're trying to understand. But at the same time, they're trying to give you feedback so that when we go to the second round, you can start implementing that feedback.
Awesome.
And also be conscious of where your group is. Right? There's 4 different groups where people will be presenting. Make sure you're in the right group so that you're not lost.
Awesome. Thank you, Misho. This is Misho, the CEO of Gig Culture. Excuse me. And one of our mentors. He's just given you the rundown of what you can expect in this exciting pitching session we are about to start. We're going to say, let the games begin, let the games begin. The moment that we've been waiting for, the moment of truth at this TADHackZA 2021 is about to start now. And we are going to start at 9 a.m. sharp. And please make sure that you are in your respective rooms ahead of time, so that we can get this show rolling. Thank you very much for joining us for the State of the Hackathon address, and also for an update on what's been happening, and also some of the criteria that you need to take into consideration as you present your presentations. And I think you must always remember that the feedback is very important, as it was emphasized by our esteemed judges yesterday. And Mr. Misho here has also highlighted really the importance of getting that feedback and improving your solution as you move to the next rounds of judging. With that said, I want to say thank you very much to our technical team, to everybody who's made this possible, to our sponsors, and the organizers that are running around the clock, ensuring that everything works. And all the best to all the teams. And we want to say we will see you during the later sessions, during your pitching session. And I can't wait actually for the awards later on this evening. Sharp, sharp.